Hello students, in this video we are going to study theorems on T4 space. The very first theorem which we are going to prove in this video is a metric space is normal and therefore T4 space is also normal. We are going to prove T4 space is normal. A metric space is T4 space. A metric space is T4 space we are going to prove. Whether we are going to prove metric space is normal and metric space is T4 space also. Metric space implies it is a normal space and metric space is T4 space also. So T4 space is normal plus T1 space. That's what we are going to prove. We are considering x comma d as a metric space. So this is our data. We are going to consider a two disjoint closed set. I'll take it as A and B. A is a closed set. B is also closed set. We are considering two disjoint closed set. Therefore, A intersection B should be null in X. In X, we are considering two disjoint closed sets. Suppose if some element belongs to A, if small a belongs to capital A. Since A and B are disjoint set, this implies A does not belongs to B. Right? A intersection B is null set. This implies if A belongs to capital A does not belongs to B. This A does not belongs to B, we can write it as A belongs to B dash. It means B's complement, right? Or A belongs to X minus B, one and the same. So this implies there exists epsilon A. Epsilon is very less value. A is whatever point we are considering here. Epsilon A greater than 0 such that A belongs to a ball with center A and radius epsilon A. This B denotes an open ball, or to avoid confusion we can write it as B1 also. B of A comma epsilon A subset of X minus B. So we are considering two disjoint closed set A and B. A intersection B is null set because we are considering two disjoint closed set. If A belongs to capital A, obviously A does not belongs to B. This implies A belongs to B dash. What is B dash? We can write it as X minus B. So there exists epsilon A greater than 0. A belongs to an open ball with center A and radius epsilon B, which is subset of X minus B. That is, so if it is subset of B dash, this is subset of B dash. It means intersection between this and B is null set, right? This belongs to B dash. It means it is not subset of B. It belongs to B dash. It is not belongs to B. Therefore, we are having B1A epsilon A intersection B is null set. Similarly, we are considering a point in A. Similarly, whenever B belongs to B, this implies B does not belongs to A. B does not belongs to A means B belongs to A dash. A dash means X minus A. So whenever B belongs to X minus A, there exists epsilon B greater than 0. Same as this case. There exists epsilon B greater than 0 such that B belongs to an open ball. To avoid confusion, I take it as B2. B comma epsilon B subset of X minus A. Again, it belongs to A dash. It means it does not belongs to A. So, B2 of B comma epsilon B intersection A is equal to null set. So I am going to define an set U, union of A belongs to capital A, combining all the open balls B of A comma epsilon A by 2. Similarly, I am going to consider V as union of all the elements in B belongs to B, B2 of B comma epsilon B by 2. See, suppose if we are having open ball with center A and radius epsilon A. Now we are considering an open ball with center A. If this is our open ball with center A and radius epsilon A. Now we are going to consider an open ball with center A and radius epsilon A by 2. We are combining all the open balls here, and here we are combining all the open balls with center B which belongs to capital B. So clearly union of open balls are open. Clearly U and V are open, and each of the element belongs to capital A, each of the element here belongs to capital B. Therefore U is open which contains A and V is open which contains B, capital B. Now we have to show these two open sets are, intersection of these two open sets are null set. Because A is A and B are closed set, A and B are two disjoint closed set, A is now subset of U, B is subset of V. Now we have to prove U and V are disjoint set. So we are going to prove U intersection V is equal to null set. Suppose U and V, intersection of U and V is not equal to null set. We are taking contradiction. As a contrary, we are taking U intersection V is not equal to null set. It means some element Z belongs to U intersection V. Z belongs to U intersection V. Right? So this implies Z belongs to U and Z belongs to V. So for some element we are having B1 of Z epsilon Z by 2, and here also Z belongs to B2 of Z epsilon Z by 2. If A belongs to capital A, B1 A comma epsilon B by 2. Now Z belongs to U means Z belongs to B1 of Z of epsilon Z by 2, B2 of Z epsilon B by 2. Right? Now there exists an element A belongs to capital A and B belongs to capital B such that Z belongs to B of A comma epsilon A by 2 and Z belongs to B of B by epsilon B by 2. Z belongs to this, Z belongs to this means there exists one element common between these two. Therefore, Z belongs to B1 of A comma epsilon by 2. It belongs to this also, this also. Z belongs to U intersection V means Z belongs to U, Z belongs to V. It means Z belongs to this and Z belongs to this. Therefore, Z belongs to B1 of A comma epsilon A by 2, Z belongs to B2 of B comma epsilon B by 2. So this implies D of A comma Z is less than epsilon A by 2 because center is A, radius is epsilon by 2. See, we are having center A and radius epsilon by 2. Suppose Z belongs to this means it will belongs within somewhere between somewhere in the open ball. Z belongs to this means Z belongs to B1 of A comma epsilon by 2 means this is our open ball with center A and radius epsilon by epsilon A by 2. Z belongs to this means distance between A and Z should be less than distance between these two. Right? Therefore, D of A comma Z is less than epsilon A by 2 and D of B comma Z is also less than epsilon B by 2. See, this distance is epsilon by 2 because this is our center and radius of distance epsilon A by 2. If Z belongs to this means distance between A and Z should be less than distance between A and epsilon by 2. Therefore, distance of A comma Z is less than this epsilon of A by 2. Similarly, for another ball also. So, from this two, we have D of A comma B is less than or equal to D of A comma Z plus D of B comma Z because our X comma D is a metric space. So, this implies D of A comma Z is strictly less than epsilon A by 2 plus epsilon A by 2. So, this is strictly less than half of this epsilon A by 2 plus epsilon B by 2. So, if epsilon A is very much less than epsilon B, then distance between AB will be D of A comma B is less than epsilon B. D of A comma B is less than epsilon B. But A belongs to B of D of A comma B is less than epsilon B means A belongs to a ball B with B as a center and radius epsilon B. A belongs to B with center as B and radius epsilon B. But A belongs to capital A does not belong to B. As a contradiction, we are getting A belongs to B with center small b and radius epsilon B. This is a contradiction. Hence, there does not exist any common element between U and B. Therefore, we are having two closed set A, which is subset of an open set U, and another closed set B, which is subset of an open set V, such that U intersection B is disjoint and A and B are also disjoint set. This implies X comma D is a normal space. Every metric space is T1 space also, we have proved already. Therefore, X comma D is T1 space also. Every normal space and T1 space is T4 space. So, every metric space is T4 space also.